Why do you sometimes make decisions that don't seem to be in your best interest? Like buying that overpriced car even though you know you can get a better deal elsewhere. Or accepting a lower salary than you deserve. One reason is a cognitive bias called anchoring bias. Anchoring bias is a tendency to rely too heavily on the first piece of information we receive when making a decision. This can lead us to make irrational decisions, especially if the first piece of information is inaccurate or misleading. Let's say you're going to buy a car and you walk into a dealership. The first car the salesperson shows you is a brand new luxury car with a sticker price of $70,000. You know you can't afford that car, but the salesperson starts telling you all about the great features and how it's the perfect car for you. Even though you know the car is too expensive, the sticker price of $70,000 has now become your anchor point. When the salesperson starts talking about lower-priced cars, you'll see them as being much cheaper than they actually are. This can make it difficult for you to negotiate a good price. Anchoring bias can affect your life in many different ways. For example, it can lead you to overspend on things, accept lower salaries, make bad investments, be more susceptible to scams. Let's say you are negotiating a new salary at work. Your current salary is $50,000. You do your research and find that the fair market value for your position is $60,000. You go into your meeting with your boss, feeling confident and prepared. Your boss starts the conversation by saying, "We've been very happy with your performance this year, and we're pleased to offer you a 5% raise." You are now anchored to your boss's initial offer. Even though you know you deserve more money, you feel reluctant to ask for it. You end up accepting the 5% raise, even though you could have negotiated for a higher salary. By failing to change the problem of anchoring bias, you could miss out on thousands of dollars in salary over the course of your career. You may also be more likely to accept lower salaries in other jobs, and you may be less likely to negotiate for better prices on other goods and services. Along with financial losses, anchoring bias can also lead to other problems in your life. For example, if you are anchored to a negative belief about yourself, you may be less likely to take risks or pursue your goals. You may also be more likely to settle for less than you deserve in your relationships. By learning to be aware of anchoring bias and taking steps to avoid it, you can make better decisions in all areas of your life. By learning to be aware of anchoring bias, you can save money, get paid what you deserve, make better investments, and be less susceptible to scams. However, you are in luck. There are ways you can avoid this. Here are a few tips when faced with a decision. Be aware of your anchor point. When you're making a decision, try to identify the first piece of information you received and be mindful of how it may be influencing your decision. Do your research. Before you make a decision, gather as much information as you can. This will help you to make a more informed decision and avoid being swayed by your anchor point. Take your time. Don't feel pressured to make a decision right away. Give yourself enough time to think about it and consider all of your options. Get a second opinion. Talk to a trusted friend or family member about your decision. They can help you to see things from a different perspective and avoid being swayed by your anchor point. Anchoring bias is a powerful cognitive bias that can have a significant impact on our decision-making. By being aware of anchoring bias and taking steps to avoid it, we can make better decisions in all areas of our lives.